What's going on, everyone? Tallen back here, and today we have some major updates to talk about, and we need to translate them as well, because one thing we knew we were getting, and another we had absolutely no idea we were getting, but the hints were there. They were there. So it is time to go over two Extreme Z Awakenings that are coming to the game tomorrow, or basically at the time of this recording, less than 24 hours. It was kind of I think it's data mined today, and then it comes out tomorrow because today's the 10th here in Japan, so tomorrow's the 11th, so that's when it all comes out and everything. So without further ado, let's go into the first one that we all know about, is that Kid Buu, the physical one at least, is finally getting his EZA. This one that's still a Dokkan character, surprisingly enough. You know, eventually you would have thought some of these guys would have gone the quote-unquote like in every banner or anything like that, but I know technically Dokkan and all that fun stuff. But anyway, Kid Buu is the first one here. You guys have all known him. He has a pretty good passive in terms of the stats that he gives, but absolute garbage when it comes to the whole HP restriction thing right now, right? The whole 80% HP thing right now on his passive, where if your HP is 80% or above, you give everyone attack and defense of 50%. Pretty good on the 50% right there on the attack and defense, but the HP thing, unless you're like bringing in the most overpowered Resurrected Warriors team and you're going against like the easiest Dokkan events, basically, half the time you never have that going. You get super attacked once, even just on some of the latest Dokkan stages, and you're not going to get it at all. So it's just kind of like, okay, this guy needs a little bit of a boost, right? Let's get a little bit of a boost in there, and then finally we'll have what we want, right? So what exactly is changing? Well, thanks to the data download today, we finally got to know that we are, of course, getting his EZA. So that's going to be 30 free stones right there you'll be able to go ahead and do. The category, okay, the category, based on what we've seen in the news, actually, when you scroll through the little news thing, it'll show you that we are also, when we get the Buu banner, because again, they bring back those old Dokkan Fest banners with only like 3 featured units. They also will bring along a category banner, sometimes at least. But for this one, it brings along the Pure Sands category. So Pure Sands is going to be the category to take this guy on. If for some reason that is wrong, if you're watching this in the later times, then it'll be in my updated August guide when I go through the entire event. But a 99.9999% chance that it is Pure Sands category. So, anyway, we're going to do a team real quick to go ahead and see what we can take him down. But first off, let's take a look at what happens as he continues on. So, like any normal EZA event, basically, you start grinding out the medals, you go through stages 1 through 30, and by the time you get down here, this is what is going to be changing. So, his leader skill is going to be changing. It's honestly a little bit of a weird one, but kind of cool, I guess. Anyway, it is all types, key +3. So all types right here. You know, nothing special. HP and defense up 50%. And then the more HP you have, the higher the attack stat that you will provide to your team if Kid Buu is your leader, and a max of 80%. So essentially, if you are at max HP and you are using Kid Buu as your leader, friend or otherwise, you will give +3 key to everyone. You'll give them 50% attack and defense and HP, and then you're giving them 80% attack. And the more HP that you lose, let's say you get super attack to the first turn, and then you get hit once and it does maybe 10,000 damage, and you're at, I don't know, 2/3 of your health bars remaining, right? I'm going to take a wild guess at maybe being around 60, 65, maybe 55% in terms of that attack boost now that you are now giving to your team for that turn, essentially, right? Obviously, you'd probably heal up, get back up to full HP, hope that you don't get a hit for the next turn, and then boom, you're back up to the 80% HP, attack right there or something. I feel like this is something that could have been experimented on a little bit earlier in the game's life cycle when we were starting to see the percents and everything like that, and this actually would have been really cool, because originally his little leader skill was just simply giving HP, or sorry, attack up to 50% total, the more HP you had, and then it's changed obviously with the whole key and everything like that. So I feel like this could have been, you know, that way. No, but let's face it, no one's gonna run Kid Buu for his leader skill, right? No one is sitting there in their chair right now going, oh my gosh, I need his leader skill. Everything else is garbage. This is what I want, right? No one is saying that. So anyway, so that's what his leader skill has changed to, okay? His SA has changed to simply just lowering defense, which I know as of right now, it simply is he does supreme damage and he lowers defense. It does go up to immense damage, okay? So obviously right there, as you can see, that is the kanji right there for immense. So that's pretty nice. D-Free was actually doing a little video, a little early showcase, I'm assuming using a private server or something like that. He got the gameplay from someone else, and he was able to show him off, and this Kid Buu was in some pretty high numbers for immense damage. I was surprised for I mean, granted, he was on, obviously, a Resurrected Warriors team, because that is his best team, But as a support unit, he was hitting some pretty high stats. So I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty impressed. So I'll leave a link down in the description below. Go and check that out if you want to, or you know, if you happen to have him yourself, and then you go and test them out yourself. Anyway, so then the passive change. The passive change is interesting. So we were all hoping that, okay, get rid of the 80%, you know, HP or higher thing, or at least knock it down to 50%, make him usable, right? Make him the best support unit and all that fun stuff. And they've kind of done that, right? For the most part, I think, you know, especially depending on what team you run, especially if you're on the Boo team, actually, he's the best support unit on a Boo team, per se. He is, I'd say, easily the best, or at least close to being one of the best on the Resurrected Warriors team. You can make an argument for the Metal Cooler because he gives that key as well. But let's go and take a look at what his passive has changed up to. So his passive skill is, if your HP is 80% or above, all types, key +2, attack and defense of 50%. So right there at that moment, you're just like, okay, you give +2 key, but it's still that god-awful 80% thing right there. Again, you know, depending on what events you're taking on and everything like that. So you're just going, okay, not much of an upgrade. What else has happened? Then it says, if your HP is 79% or below, so again, that little threshold right there, you will give all types attack and defense of 30%. That's pretty good right there. 30% is nothing to laugh at. That is what like Tech Vegito does. It's 5% less than what the SSJ3 Physical Gohan does. It gives all types attack and defense up. So he's not giving the key to everyone, but he is at least providing them an attack and defensive boost if you are below that 80% HP restriction right there, okay? Obviously, you're above, you get +2 key. Kid Buu, obviously not really known for his key links, obviously. In fact, I'd say pretty much every Kid Buu for that matter, not really known for their key links, so, because there aren't any. But anyway, so that's actually a really good buff right there. Whether you throw him onto an extreme physical team, or you throw him onto the Buu team, because the new STR Buu that just came out, or you throw him onto a Resurrected Warriors team, no matter what, you are at least giving your team 30% attack and defense. And then if you happen to be above the 80%, if you get lucky on a turn or whatever happens, then hey, you also give him +2 key, and it's an additional 20% right there. So you give him the 50%, which is pretty nice. So not gonna lie, that's actually pretty good. I'll have to test him out. I only have him at SA10, but with no dupes into him. So the nice thing about him as well is that he does have that kind of like, I guess it's called the premium ability system, where it's like not +5,000 or +3,000 for free-to-play units. It's more that like +7,000 or something like that. You know, like obviously the STR Broly, SSJ3 Goku, fun stuff like that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. He gets a major buff. He's a great support unit now. Definitely have to try him out. I think he's gonna be really good. I can't wait to actually test him out in like Super Battle Road on the Extreme, both on Resurrected Warriors, because there is obviously that category right there, and then also on Extreme Physical. Gotta test out my guy. I want to see the damage difference, right? What is the difference between bringing him? Is it gonna make my records go higher or anything like that? So we'll have to wait and find out. So overall, pretty good. Now, of course, the big thing is, how do we take this guy down? Well, as I said at the beginning of the video, we are gonna be taking the Pure Sans category. I almost blanked on what it was called for a second. And obviously, he's a physical type, right? You're gonna want to bring a strength team. And what is the best to do? Well, bring strength guys, right? I'm pretty sure you can pretty much bring a free-to-play team, and this Buu is probably going to go down. This is the team right now that I'm personally going to bring. It is obviously going to have the Roshi as the leader. It will have the LR Vegeta Blue. It will have the B-Pan, the free-to-play B-Pan. This Goku, unfortunately, not available to Global just yet, but Global, you're not getting this EZA just yet, so you will easily have this Goku. He's from the Slug event. So go ahead and farm him up. He's completely farmable in-game. This Goku here, Global, you can officially get this guy. At least you're supposed to, I believe. You guys are official. This is from the Battlefield 2.0. And Global, at the time of this recording, you should be getting it this week or next week. So I don't know what they're going to make available for you guys at the very beginning. I'm going to assume, though, that this Goku, and actually there's a physical Majin Vegeta as well, that they're in there. And they don't cost that much in terms of the orb currency, I guess, or something like, whatever you want to call it, the Battlefield currency, in order to get them. Because the first time you go through it, because if you guys don't know how Battlefield works real quickly, it comes around once every month, okay? So it sticks around for the entire month. So when it comes around, you go through all the stages for the first time, and you get like 150,000 of these currencies, which allows you to go ahead and buy like the LR Metal Cooler Army, or the LR Goku or Ginyu and Goku's body, and some other things if you want to go for it. I guess the Ginyu is a little cheaper actually, but this Goku in particular here, and again the physical Majin Vegeta, they only cost about 30,000, I believe it's what it is. Whatever, you know, low currency it is. And that's actually not too hard to get, because then every week you have the daily, weekly, the weekly challenges where you can get up to like 6,000 of these extra currencies. So Even if you can't beat the entire thing, you can get through a few of the stages, and then you're basically good to go. So this Goku, like personally on my account, I only have one dupe of this guy, okay? So that's only, you know, it's only 70% right there. I got him up to SA10 just via, you know, some sleepy Kais and things like that. There is a farmable SSJ3 Goku in the Baba shop as well that you can use the incredible gems on. So technically it is farmable with super attack, but again, they're kind of a pain right there to get. But nonetheless, that is something right there. So I'm going to be bringing him along because he's in that category again. And then this Goku. This is probably the one that Global doesn't have because he's an int on your version of the game, but he gets the 5,000 ability system buff, whereas this one on JP only gets the 3,000. So I guess you can find another STR unit. I mean, again, I'm just going for a full free-to-play team right here. But if I had to take a wild guess, you know, in terms of something you could bring that is considered free-to-play, jeez, I mean, I guess technically, oh, this STR Goku here, I mean, I know he's from the World Tournament, so maybe some people don't have him, but he's not exactly that great. It's, you know, he only gets a attack and defense up 50% to STR types. If his HP is 30% or above, I just realized how good he actually could potentially be. Wow, that's actually not bad. I don't know if you happen to have this Zamas, if you have Topo, if you have this SSJ Gohan right there, he's just more of a support unit. So there's a lot of STR units going to bring. I mean, I wouldn't bring this Khalifa because again, she relies on the category itself in order to be there, not pure Saiyans, but nonetheless. So there's a lot of different STR units you can go ahead and bring, okay? So I'm going to be testing this team out when the event comes out. So if you are watching this later on, I'll have this linked actually at the end of the video. You can go and check it out, like the full like guide on how to beat this and everything like that. I'm assuming this team right here, probably no problem. Up to at least stage 30, you can probably take this down, no problem. Friend that you bring, I guess, SSJ3 Goku, because again, he's in the banner with the kid booth, so I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I honestly think a pretty easy EZA right there. Should be pretty fun. Now, the big surprise that we also got is that this STR SSJ3 Goku is finally getting his EZA. When the AGL1 got his EZA, we're all thinking to ourselves, wait, this guy came out at the exact same time, takes the exact same medals. Granted, he's not a Dokkan Fest or anything like that. Why isn't this guy getting an EZA? It makes so much sense just to use the same medals and EZA this guy, right? Why not? You don't have to make him better than the AGL one, but at least give this guy some buffs because he needs it. He definitely does need it. And obviously, I know there are other units that definitely need an EZA as well. But finally, we are getting this. Now, the big question, of course, is what do we do? Are we using the boom medals? Are we using the old SSJ3 medals? Will the event reset or anything like that? As of the time of this recording, it is the SSJ3 Goku medals. You can go back into the stages. Obviously, they'll be in sets of 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, up to 30. And you can farm up the medals. So stage 5 will give you the bronze medal. Stage 10 will give you the silver. 15 will give you the gold. 20 will give you, I think, platinum or whatever. And then 30's rainbow. Or I'm probably off on one of those, whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, that's what it's going to take. As for the question of will this event reset? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. If it does, awesome, but highly unlikely that it will reset, meaning more stones, more, you know, all that stamina stuff. So yes, you do unfortunately have to use your stamina to go back in and farm up this guy's medals and everything like that, but overall, it's not too bad. It honestly isn't. So, and his stats are actually really good. I think as of right now, yeah, these are still just the base, you know, rainbow stats essentially. But the EZA or the EZA stats give this HP like 16,000. His attack was like 17,000 or something like that. Again, I'm a little off. And then his defense was like 9,000 or 10,000 or something like that. So actually pretty good. He does get that right there. So what happens though? What happens to his SA? What happens to his leader skill? And what happens to his passive? Let's go and translate it real quick. SA, he does supreme damage still and he greatly lowers defense. He originally just lowered defense and he had supreme damage. Makes sense that he wouldn't get immense, unfortunately. Not Dokkan Fest exclusive, although I do know that, like, you know, Physical Kale and some other units do have immense damage. Sucks he doesn't get it, but hey, you know, you gotta make sure the AGL1's still the better unit, right? So, greatly lower defense, garbage. No one really cares about that. So, moving on. His leader skill changes to all types, key +2, HP attack and defense of 50%. Again, much better leader skills out there. You're not gonna use this guy for a leader, unless you're, I guess, want to. But yeah, no one's gonna do that. There's way better leader units that you'd want to take this guy over. So then the big question is, what about his passive? Let's go and take a look at it. So Jibuno defense at 40% up. So your own defense goes up 40% at the beginning of the turn. Okay, no matter what, you're gonna have 40% defense, which is pretty nice. Okay. And if your HP is 30% or above, your attack is up by 80%. That is very similar to how his passive works right now. If your HP is 30% or above, then your attack is up 80%. Okay, so nothing's changed there. Then what happens is that if your HP happens to be 50% or above, you get an additional attack up 30%. Sarani, attack up 30% right there, okay? So that right there is automatically going to make it a 110% in the attack up right there, okay? And if your HP happens to be 80% or above, that's an additional 30% attack right there. So a total of 140% up in the attack and defense up 40% right there. Again, D3 actually did a video showcasing this guy early at the time of this recording. Link down in the description below if you want to go and check it out. Otherwise, if you're watching this later, then it's already out and we're doing showcases on it already. So anyway, this guy's gonna be pretty powerful. Based on D3's video, he's definitely really good. Is he better than the AGL? No. Is he better than the LR? Hell no. But, you know, this guy, I personally have him rainbowed. He was my second SSR ever in the game. Maybe he was my third. I don't remember exactly. But nonetheless, this guy, I can finally use him again. He's rainbowed. I'm going to test him out. He's going to go into Super Battle Road and everything. You guys know the drill already. So, definitely super excited to see what this guy can do. So, anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, which one are you more excited for, the Kid Buu or the EZA Goku? And my second question to you is, who do you think out of like the kind of side characters of these Dokkan Fest event characters is going to get the next EZA? Everyone's already anticipating that we're going to get, obviously, like the SSJ3 Vegeta to get his EZA Awakening, the Tech Beerus. You know, everyone's hoping for SGR Gogeta, even though he hasn't been given away via a Redstone yet, but people are still hoping. You know, Int Janemba as well. But what about these other side characters? You've got, like, the Int Cell, the Int Perfect Cell, which is pretty much garbage right now. Some other guys you have are the Physical Ultimate Gohan and the AGL Ultimate Gohan. Are they going to get an EZA Awakening here? We would hope so. The event's already out. We just got to farm their medals again. So if you happen to see the events around, maybe farm those up because you might get the EZA down the road. Who knows what's going to happen? But let me know your thoughts. Who do you think will get that first? Or what do you think is going to happen and what's going to change them? Again, leave all your thoughts down below in the comments. So anyway, guys, again, that's going to be it for the video. Leave your likes down below if you liked it. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.